All right. Good afternoon, yogis. Thanks for being here today. So I just want to take a moment and explain what I just said to someone in the class was that we will be, unfortunately, the times of our classes coincide with a lot of neighborhood noise in our house. And we can't do anything to control it, right? So what we're doing is we're changing all of our live class times, which is unfortunate. I understand because a lot of people can do them in the afternoons. Um, so we will be shifting them to the morning to when it's quieter in our neighborhood. But the recordings will still be available and they'll be available that day. So we'll do the upload immediately and you'll have access to that video by the time it is this time where you live. Um, and to make it more personalized, what we're asking is if there is a pose that you want to do or a group of muscles that you want to work on or stretch or something specific that you want to do, we're asking that you email us the night before. So, or even like the week ahead so that we can make sure that we put it into the classes for you. Um, our whole thing is being as accessible as possible to you, our clients, our students, so that way you can have the best experience possible. You can jump onto any yoga app or fitness app and do a workout. And we understand that. And so we're really grateful that you're here. And by removing that live element for some of us out of it, can really take away for some. So I just wanted to apologize that we have to change the times. Thank you for still being here and to utilize us as best as you can, because that is the advantage, right? That you know us and you can send us an email or a text or what have you and say, hey, Jenna, I want to do this. So anyway, use us as you can. And again, I'm sorry. So with that, let's go ahead and get started today. Find a comfortable seat and sit up nice and tall. Let your shoulders drop back. We won't use any props today. We'll just keep it real chill yoga flow. So as you arrive, getting comfortable in this space in the physical body, close your eyes. And begin to take a few rounds of deep breaths. Stage one of meditation can feel like a waterfall in your mind, your thoughts cascading in, just brain dump, right? As you start to breathe, find a little bit of stillness. Stage two becomes sort of like a fast moving stream that is opened into two ways, right? And they're kind of apart. So you have your thoughts in one of these fast moving streams, and then you have the awareness of those thoughts in the other. And both are still moving pretty fast, but you're starting to kind of get hold, right? Which brings us to stage three, and this is the convergence of these two streams. So the awareness of your thoughts and the thoughts themselves coming into one so that they start to come down this single plane, right? And this fast moving stream starts to slow down as we breathe. We take our time and the stream starts to flood into a lake, right? And this big, vast lake with tiny ripples, right? And the ripples are continuous. So we still have these thoughts going on in the mind, but maybe they've calm down slightly. And this overwhelming sense of calm starts to take over the body and the mind. And finally, in the stage that we want to hold on to is sort of like an ocean, a nice calm ocean, completely flat, with the occasional wave coming through. And so our goal in yoga movement is to be like this calm ocean, where we're still yet powerful and calm, but with a fluctuation of thought here or there. And it's here in this ocean, this vastness, that we begin to find peace. Peace in the movement, peace in the present moment. An overall sense of well-being. And together, let's draw our hands to heart center and Anjali Mudra, thumbs against the chest, palms together, as we ask ourselves what we need of yoga today. What is our intention? Is it to be like the ocean, calm yet forceful, moving yet still? Or is it to invite in some more courage into your life or more patience? What drew you here today? And with that intention in our mind together, we find an inhale breath through our nose and an exhale through the mouth out, filling up our space with your intention. And when you're ready, inhale, blink open the eyes, reach the arms up and above the head, interlock the fingers, flip the palms up, biceps with the ears, lean back, open the heart space. Pushing up through the belly of the palms, feel that nice big stretch. And exhale for a twist, moving to the right side, left hand outside of right knee, right hand behind us, tall spine, inhale, and twist as you exhale. Inhale, twisting back to center, reach the arms high, lengthen, 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 and exhale, twist to the left side. Right hand comes outside, left knee, left hand behind us, tall spine on the inhale, and a twist on the exhale. Stay for one more breath in, and one more out. Inhale, bring it back to center, reach the arms high. Exhale, cactus your arms, expanding through the chest, relax the shoulders, pull the elbows back, open the heart. Inhale, arms come back up. And exhale, plant the hands in front. Inhale, roll over the knees, uncross the ankles, come into your neutral tabletop. If you have a blanket underneath the hips, you can move the blanket out of the way. And from your neutral tabletop, start to take some circles around the wrists. One direction. And then go ahead and flip the direction. And pause here, and as you inhale, drop the belly down, lift the tailbone, gaze up, cow. And exhale, tuck round in, draw chin to chest, cats. Inhale for cow pose, belly comes down, tailbone, gaze lifts up. And exhale, tuck round in, draw chin to chest, cats. One more time, belly down, inhale, lift the tailbone, gaze up. And exhale, tuck round in, pause in your cat, push firmly into the palms of the hand, really draw the shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. Inhale, coming back to neutral tabletop. And as you exhale, push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. And first down dog of the day, you can pedal out your legs. Move your hips. Move your head. And then as you inhale, shift your weight forward, high plank pose. And as you exhale, nice and slow, lower the body down to the mat. Uncurl your toes. And bring the left arm in front of you. Prop yourself up. Bend your right leg at the knee. Reach back with right hand. Capture the inside of the ankle and squeeze the heel towards the glute. Let your right hip come down towards the earth. Getting a nice little quad stretch here. Take a few breaths. Good, and then switch it out. Release the right foot, bring the right hand down, extend left arm behind you, grab the inside of the heel, squeeze the heel towards the glute, and then let your left hip crease ground down towards the earth. So that's sort of the money right there, right? Letting that left hip ground down, feeling the stretch in the quadricep. A few more breaths. Okay, go ahead and release that left hand. Bring your hands to a push-up position. Inhale to a neutral tabletop. And exhale, push your hips back. Child's pose. Extending the arms forward. And for a moment, just let the back kind of stretch out. Maybe you're working from home, sitting all day. This might feel pretty good for you. When you're ready, inhale, ripple forward, neutral tabletop, and exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Few breaths here. You can invite a small bend into the knees as you push into the hands, lifting the hips up and back, and slight tilt of the tailbone up towards the ceiling. And as you do that, see if you can push your heels slightly downward without losing that small bend in the knees. Now let's take our gaze forward, tiptoe the feet forward, coming to a ragdoll. Maintaining that small bend in the knees, we grab opposite elbows and we let the head dangle. You can shake yes and no. Sway side to side. And let your arms be heavy here. Deeply bend your right knee, straightening your left leg. And if you do have a yoga block at home, you can place your right hand on a yoga block. Inhale, left arm up to the sky for a twist. So right knee is bent, left leg is straight. Pushing the left heel down, drawing the left hip crease back. Take a breath in. As you exhale, left hand comes to the earth. Switch it out, bend left knee, straighten right leg. Inhale, right arm sweeps to the sky. And exhale, right hand to the earth. As you inhale, slowly round the spine up to standing, stacking head over shoulders last. Let's take a moment, sort of wiggle it out, shake it out. Excuse me. Take your right arm. Ooh, wrong pipe there. Take your right arm, cross it across the midline of your body. So left hand's going to grab onto the elbow. Let your right shoulder drop away from the ear and then gaze over to your right side. A few more breaths. Good, and then switch, bring your gaze to center, release the right arm, left arm swings across, grab onto the left elbow with the right hand, relax the shoulder, gaze left. One more breath. Release your hands. Good, bring both arms to the sky. Interlock the fingers, index fingers stay straight, lengthen the tailbone down towards the heels, fingertips up towards the ceiling as you inhale, side bend to the right side as you exhale. Arms are straight and strong, creating a nice long left side and a little compression in the right side. Inhale, sway back to center. Exhale, moving to the left. Right arm comes up and over, feeling the opening through the side body. Little compression on the left side. Right hip is pushing out. Inhale, arms to center. Exhale, cactus your arms. Nice, easy back bend. Inhale, reach the arms back above the head. And exhale, we'll forward fold, hinge at our hips. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat, low lunge. Right knee bends deeply, right foot, right knee stacked on over ankle. Inhale, sweep your right arm up for a twist. Good. Notice what that right knee is doing. If it's coming inward or falling outward, try to keep the knee stacked over the ankle. Keep your back leg strong. Good. As you exhale, bring the right hand inside of right foot. Walk both hands over to the left side as you pivot on both feet. Wide-legged forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale. Hinge in, forward fold on the exhale. Let the crown of the head drop down, shifting the weight forward. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands to the right foot, bend into your right knee, side lunge Skandasana. Don't have to go super deep for this one. You can stay propped up on the hands, just kind of warming up the body here. Walk your hands back to the front of the mat, pivoting on the feet. Lower your left knee down to the earth, right foot's outside of right hand. Lizard or runner's lunge. Feel the heart opening. And for a few moments, try to identify the sensation inside your body. Breathe into it. And now as you inhale, we're going to shift our weight back, bending left knee, but straightening right leg, sort of like a half split. Hands are still inside that right foot. We'll look forward, bend into right knee, and we'll move back and forth between those two. The right toes pull back, right leg straightens, and then right knee bends. If you want to match the breath to movement, inhale, shift the hips back. Exhale, bend your right knee. We'll do this 3 more times. Inhale. Two more. And last time. Curl your left toes under, lift the left knee off the ground, step your right foot back, high plank pose. As you exhale, take your time, lower the body down to the mat, no rush to get there. Uncurling your toes, lift your chest, rotate the shoulders back, cobra pose. Elbows come in. Exhale, release down. Inhale, rise up to a high plank. And exhale, push your hips back, down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Taking the gaze forward, walk the feet forward. Halfway lift as you inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. Bring both arms up and overhead as you inhale. And hands lower to the heart, exhale. And let's do this again. Inhale, bring the arms high. Interlock the fingers. Exhale, side bend to the right side. Left arm super strong. Crunching into that right side body. See if you can tuck your tailbone under. Heart's opening, left shoulder's drawing back. Maybe the gaze is coming up. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale to the other side. Gaze up, right shoulder's drawing back. Inhale to center. Exhale, open the heart. Easy back bend, cactus in your arms. Inhale, bring the arms back above the head. Exhale for a forward fold. We hinge at the hips. Take it down. Release the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders draw back, flat back. Exhale, right foot steps way far to the back of the mat. Left knee plants on top of left ankle. Inhale, sweep your left arm to the sky. And so again, make sure that knee stays stacked, stays stable, pushing down into the foot. Stay strong in the body. Another breath in. Left hand comes inside of left foot on the breath out. Walk your hands to the right, pivoting on both feet, wide-legged forward fold. This time walking the hands out so we have a nice flat back here. Hands are below your nose. Inhale, sweep your left arm up to the sky for a twist. And you can exhale, left hand behind the back, opening the heart, opening the shoulder. See if you can keep your legs engaged here by lifting the kneecap up. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, sweep the right arm to the sky, twisting to the right as you do, and exhale, right hand comes behind the back for a bind. It's okay if you're not grabbing the right hip, right? We just kind of want to bring that hand behind the back so we can open up the shoulder, a little bit of that bicep tendon. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, right hand to the earth. Walk your hands to the left foot as you bend left knee. And remember, this is just a nice warm-up pose. You don't have to go to depth, just enough to awaken the muscles inside the body. We'll start to pivot forward, coming into a lizard lunge. Hands are inside that left foot. Right knee lowers down to the earth. We'll take a few breaths. And then inhale, straighten left leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee. 4 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last 2. Okay, and then last 1. And curl your right toes under, lift the right knee off the ground. Take your gaze forward and take a big step forward with that right foot, coming into a yogi squat. So hips drop, knees come to the inside of the elbows, elbows push back. Elbows come to the inside of the knees push inward, hands to prayer. Sit up as tall as you can here. Notice if you're shifting forward. If you are, that's okay. Try to keep the hips lifted, but you can keep the heels lifted, but draw your chest slightly back. See what that brings up for you. Peace fingers lock onto big toes. We'll inhale, lift our hips, and then exhale, heel toe the feet in about hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, elbows bend, crown of the head softens. Padangusthasana, hand to foot. A little bit of a dangle here. You can bend the knees and kind of wiggle the head, yes and no. Nice and slow, we're going to round our spine up to standing. Don't forget to release the toes. You can't take them with you. Head stacks up over shoulders last. Inhale, bring the arms up and over the head. Palms come together, this time leaning back, biceps with the ears, Urdhva Hastasana. And as you exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, let's step back to a high plank pose. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, pushing back through your heels without moving the body. Hug the navel in and up, tuck the tailbone down and under. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, shift your weight forward, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale for your upward facing dog, flipping to the tops of the feet, shoulders drawing back, pulling the heart through. And as you exhale, rolling over the toes, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweeping the right leg up towards the sky, making sure all 5 toes are facing down towards the ground, pushing back through your heel, square off your hips. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose, shoulders come over wrist, take your gaze forward and quietly step that right foot forward. Release the left knee down to the ground. Inhale, bring the arms to the sky, and Vinyasa, low lunge. See if you can lengthen your tailbone down towards the floor. Squeeze the heel towards the knee. Lengthen the fingertips to the sky. Take an inhale. Lower the hands to the heart. Exhale. Inhale, tall spine, as tall as you can. And exhale, twist your right side, hooking left elbow outside of right knee. Bringing your gaze upward. Couple breaths. Good. Come on back to center. Bring the hands behind the back. Interlock the fingers. Squeeze the shoulders, lift the chest. And a little proud warrior here. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Inhale, step back to a high plank. Exhale through a vinyasa if you want, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Left leg comes high as you inhale. All 5 toes face down towards the ground, pushing back through the heel. You can always have a little bend in right knee. Nice and strong here. As you exhale, knee comes to nose, shoulders come over wrist. You're going to take our gaze forward and then quietly step left foot forward. Release right knee down to the earth. Inhale the arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. See if you can lengthen tailbone downward. Squeeze heel and knee towards midline. Exhale, hands lower down to heart center. Inhale, lengthen your spine nice and tall. And exhale, twist your left side, hooking right elbow outside of left knee. Gaze comes up towards the shoulder. Push the knee into the elbow and elbow into knee. Inhale, twist back to center. Exhale, bring both hands behind the back. Interlock your fingers. And then inhale, lift the chest. Roll the shoulders back. So this is a big stretch for the front body here, all the way into that psoas muscle. Good. Exhale, release the grip. Plant both hands, step back to a high plank. Take it through a vinyasa if you want, chaturanga, up dog, and always meeting in downward facing dog. Take the gaze forward, bend the knees, jump or step the feet forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Arms come up and over, inhale. And hands lower to the heart, exhale. Breath in. And exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, chair pose. Drop your hips, bend the knees, sweep the arms to the sky. Tailbone lengthening under, thumbs drawing back. Lowest rib cage knitting down and in. Take an inhale here. Exhale, airplane wing, swing the arms back. Without moving the hips, inhale, reach the arms high, chair pose. Exhale, swing the arms back. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, bring both arms high. Lift the heart up, lean back. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump or step back, plank. Breath in. Body lowers down to mat on breath out. Take a moment, breathe in. Breathe out. Extend both arms forward, setting up for locust pose. We want to keep our gaze down towards the mat. And on your next inhale, lift everything off the mat like a super people. Spread all 10 toes here, really activating the feet, thighs and knees, lifting off the ground as high as you can, trying to keep the biceps with the ears, holding here for 3, 2, 1. Stack the hands, bring one ear to the top of the hands. Breath in and let it go. We'll do that again. Extend both arms forward. And inhale, rise up. Locust pose. Gaze stays down. Legs lift off the ground. Chest lifts off the ground. Spread all 10 toes. Reach forward. Kick back. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stack the hands. Release. Opposite ear to the mat. This time bend the knees. Windshield wiper the legs left and right. And let the feet fall back to the earth. Curl the toes under, plant the hands in a push-up position. Inhale, rise up, high plank. And exhale, push your hips up and back, down dog. Breath in, breath out. And again, inhale. And sigh it out. Okay, one more time, inhale. And make a funny noise out. No one's around to hear you. When you're ready, yogis, we're going to take our gaze forward, bend the knees, jump or step those feet forward. Halfway lift. And forward fold. Arms sweep up and over, inhale. And hands lower to the heart, exhale, letting go. Each round of sequences has the opportunity to draw in and to let go on the completion of the sequence. Take in what you need and let go of what we don't. Let's go ahead and bring both hands behind the back, interlocking your fingers. Roll the shoulders up by the ears. Squeeze the scapulas together as you lengthen the hands down your back body. Start to lift the sternum up towards the sky. Breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to hinge at our hips, forward fold, letting the belly come to the thighs. Arms come up and over. Try not to let the shoulders creep up towards the ears. Try to maintain scapular engagement by maintaining the chest open, shoulders away from ears, lifting the pinkies up towards the ceiling. Or if the hands are closer to the back, try to pull your hands back in the same line as your spine. So that's good too, yeah? As you inhale, drop your hips, lift the arms, chair. As you exhale, vertical twist to the right side so arms come wide. Keep your left hip drawing back here as you extend the arms outward towards the side. Inhale, bring both arms to the sky. And exhale, twist to the opposite. Right hip stays back, right? So the knees stay in one line. Inhale, take it up through center, chair pose. Exhale, strong active core, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga, jump or step back. Up dog and downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Inhale, let's lift the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, draw right knee to right elbow. Lift the knee up towards the armpit, drop it down to the wrist, and then kick it up and back. Let's do that 2 more times. Knee to elbow, lift to the armpit, drop to the wrist, kick it back. Last time, knee to elbow, armpit, wrist, kick back. Jeez, that's hard. And then bring knee to nose, take the gaze forward, step your right foot forward, warrior two. Back heel comes down, arms come wide. Magnetizing heel and inner arch of back foot. So heel, front foot, arch of back foot. So think about squeezing those two guys together, or girls, or however your feet identify, yeah? Two shoulders in one line, wrists in line with the shoulders. Let's go ahead and inhale, straighten right leg, lift the right arm to the sky, right? So almost reverse triangle. We're gonna bend right arm at the elbow, grab the elbow with left hand, push slightly down, and then pull it back. Feel your shoulder come down the back, opening through this whole tricep and lat area. Good, let's release the arms, bring them parallel to the earth, reach forward for triangle. Reach forward, 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 right hand touches to the earth, left arm comes to the sky. Draw your chest back, lift the gaze up, two shoulders come in one line. So if you have a block, right hand can always be on your block here. Push down into the big toe of your right foot while lifting the inner arches of the feet. So we can't activate and stretch the legs without involving the feet into it. Okay, that little tiny piece of advice changed my yoga practice. Invite your feet into the postures, your legs will follow. Start to bring your left arm over the head so the bicep is with the ear. Keep your gaze upward towards the sky. Anchor into the outside heel of your left foot. So push that heel down as you reach your pinky finger forward. We'll inhale, windmill both arms to the sky. Exhale, reverse warrior. Bend your right knee as the right hand lifts up. When you're ready, cartwheel your hands down to the earth. Plant left hand on the earth. Pivot on left foot all the way to pinky toe edge of the foot. Step your right foot back, side plank pose. So we're ending up in side plank with the left hand down. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Option for a vinyasa here. Plant your right hand, take that vinyasa, or always just pushing back, downward facing dog. Okay, let's go ahead. Left side lifts high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Lift it up to the armpit, drop it to the wrist, kick it back. Again, elbow, armpit, wrist, kick it back. Elbow, last time, armpit, wrist, kick it back. I'm with you guys. Let's draw the knee to nose, gaze forward, step forward quietly. Warrior two. Back heel down, arms come wide. Good. So knees always stacked over ankle, right? And it's always moving outward to that pinky toe. Anchor into the outside edge of your back foot as you lift the inner arch of that foot up. So again, feet are the gateway to the legs, right? We're going to inhale, straighten left leg, lift left arm to the sky, bend the elbow so the hand comes between your shoulders. Grab that left elbow with the right hand, push down first, pull back second. See if your butt is poking out here. I just noticed that adjustment in myself, that I was kind of pushing my rib cage out, my butt out. See if you can tuck your tailbone slightly under. A little bit, not too much if it's already there, right? Good, let's release the arms, bring them parallel to the earth. You're gonna reach forward, set up for triangle. Reach, reach, reach. Left hand comes down to the earth or a block, and right arm comes to the sky. So what our body wants to do here is our body wants to come forward, the shoulder wants to come forward, our gaze wants to come down. We have to tell the body, no, I want to look up, I want to look to my potential. So I'm going to bring my gaze up, and that's going to automatically draw your shoulder, your top shoulder back. And your front leg can always have a little micro bend in it, but make sure the foot stays active. You're pushing into the toe mound, you're lifting the arch of the back foot. Breath in and out. Start to bring that top arm over the head while maintaining the top shoulder back. So you're lengthening through the pinky finger of that top arm as you anchor into the outside edge of that back foot. So this creates a line of energy and almost like a tug of war energy, right? Where one's trying to go forward and one's trying to go to back, and we want to breathe there. Start to bend that left knee and inhale to a reverse warrior. So left knee bends, left arm lifts up to the sky. As you exhale, you're going to cartwheel both hands to the earth. Right hand stays planted. Right foot pivots all the way to pinky toe side of the foot. And then we step left foot back. Side plank pose, left arm reaches to the sky. Good. Plant the left hand, come into a plank. Shift your weight forward and lower the body down to the mat. Extend both arms forward, setting up in that super people pose again, or locust pose. Yeah. And this time we're going to inhale, lift up. Everything comes off the mat. Gaze stays down. Exhale, cactus the arms, pull the elbows back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, extend forward. Keep the toes off the ground. Exhale, pull back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Pull back and hold. Lift the legs off the ground. Spread all 10 toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Forehead or ear to the mat. Take a breather. Keep the hands in a push-up position. Curl your toes under. Inhale, rise up, high plank pose. And exhale, push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take your gaze forward, bend the knees, jump or step your feet forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Arms sweep up to the sky. Inhale. And hands lower to the heart. Exhale. What have we been building up to today? Well, a little bit of balance, a little bit of strength, a little bit of a heart opener in dancer's pose. Okay, so dancers, Natrajasana. Shift the weight into your right foot. And here, I really like to spread the toes nice and wide. So this creates a good foundation on the earth, right? You feel pretty strong here. We want to lift up that right kneecap. And if you play with that a couple times by lifting the kneecap and then releasing, you'll see it makes a muscle on the top of the leg. That's the quadricep. So the stronger that leg is, the stronger standing on that your balance will be. Now it's not just the quad, it's also the ankle, it's the inner arch of the foot, and it's all these components working together to help support the hip here, helping to maintain balance. So shift the weight, start to create that stability inside the body, and then shift your eye gaze to an unmoving point 3 feet in front of your yoga mat. Start to bend left leg. Well, first, let's bring our hand out towards the side. So you can bring right hand to the hip and left hand out like a little spout, right? Like I'm a little teapot. I'm a little teapot. Okay. And then you're going to bend your left leg at the knee. And with that hand, that palm open, you're going to capture the inside of your ankle. So notice how you have to change your hand grip to grab the outside, capture the inside of that ankle. Keep your eyes focused on that unmoving point, and then bring your right arm up towards the sky. From here, you can stay right here today. Try to tuck your tailbone under and lowest rib cage in, and this is an awesome place to work on your balance. Otherwise, we're going to start to shift forward. So simultaneous actions are leaning forward as you kick back, right? One action can't happen without the other. Go to your capacity and where you can comfortably breathe. We'll stay for one more breath in and one more out. Inhale, rise up just as slowly as you went in. Bring the hands to the heart and release the left foot down. Without moving that right leg, take a few breaths. Subtly start to shift your awareness first into that left leg. Maybe you spread the toes. Maybe you start to engage the quad. And then slowly, slowly, that leg starts to get the weight. Maybe right leg bends a little. Bring left hand to your hip, right hand out like I'm a little teapot. I love that one. Shift your eye gaze to an unmoving point 3 feet in front of your mat. And we're going to start to capture the inside of the ankle. So bend the knee, find the inside of that right ankle. Left arm reaches to the sky. Keep the tailbone tucked under, lowest rib cage in. And remember, this is a good place to be. Even if you have with quotes, your dancer's pose, every day is different. Maybe today you're more wobbly. So digress just a little bit. Take it back a notch. Take an inhale. Start to lean forward, kick back as you exhale. What's your right foot doing? Is it relaxed? Can you activate it? How deep you go and how high you kick are sort of on that same plane. Stay for one more breath. And then inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Release the right foot. Come to standing. Let the eyes shut down. Take a few breaths here. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale. Lift the arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, jump or step back through a vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. And start to bring both knees down to the mat. Legs about hip width distance apart. Walk your hands back, coming up on top of the knees. And so if you do have a blanket, you can place a blanket underneath your knees for a little bit of cushion, a little bit of support. And I'll ask that you keep your toes tucked under for camel pose, Ustrasana. Camel's a nice heart opener here, yeah? So let's bring our hands behind in our back pocket. So like you're sliding your hands in your back pockets. And you may notice your tailbone and your lower back area. So a lot of us have a tendency to kind of push butt out, belly forward. And I want you to do the opposite. So with your hands, you can lengthen your tailbone down. You might feel your actual pelvis move. And then rotate your shoulders back. So it feels like your scapulars are moving into place, like they're engaged, yeah? Start to lift your sternum up just slightly as you lean back. Keep the core engaged. You can stay here today. You can also bring right hand to the heel and then left hand to the heel. Now, if you feel this in your lower back, I'll ask that you come up. This is a heart opener. So we want to actually draw our core in to protect our lower back and lift the heart up to expand the chest space. Okay, bring the left hand to the hip, then right hand to the hip. Draw the lowest rib cage down and in. Lift yourself up. Uncurl the toes. Sink your hips back onto the heels. Forehead down to the mat for embryo pose. Hands can come down towards your feet. You can massage your forehead left and right. Gonna take one more round of that. Slowly rise up, push into the shins, lift yourself up, tailbone tucks under, hands come to the back pockets. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the heels. Rotate the shoulders up by the ears and then down the spine so the scapulas come into place. Lift your sternum up and then start to slowly lean back. You can stay here or bring left hand to the heel and then right hand to the heel. And once again, your lower back should feel not a lot here. So you want to tuck your lowest rib cage down towards the hip bones, creating an energy suction cup. And then lift your sternum up, lift your heart up. Right hand to the hip, left hand to the hip. Engage core, rise. Uncurl the toes, sink the hips back onto the heels, embryo pose, bring the forehead down. Massage the forehead left and right. Take a few moments to nourish yourself here, nourish your body here. What do you need in this moment? What did you need from today? Start to lift your chest up. And we're going to turn long ways on our yoga mat, setting up for frog pose. So come into all fours, and you're going to open your knees as wide as they can comfortably go. Okay? And you can turn your toes outward so the heels are stacked underneath the knees. Toes turn outward, ankles stacked underneath the knees, and then come down to the forearms. These are all progressions, so you can take your time moving through them. Slight tuck of the tailbone under, lowest rib cage in, gaze stays down, and we breathe here. What does it feel like in your body and in your mind when you're not taking care of yourself? Now, what does it feel like when you are taking care of yourself? What's it feel like in your body and your mind? Where do you feel it mostly? Now, I'm going to tell you something that's going to blow your mind, but everything in our life is a choice. We have a choice to be here in this pose, to breathe through it. We also have the choice to come out of the pose and sit and breathe, right? We have a choice to have a good day. We have a choice to have a bad day. And no, we don't have a choice if someone hits our car or, I don't know, someone steals from you. We don't have those choices. But what we do have a choice in is where our mind goes during those scenarios when we feel not at our best, right? We have a choice in how we respond to certain situations. So we have a choice when it comes to our self-care. We have a choice to do it or to not. And sometimes self-care is 5 minutes by yourself, and that's okay, right? Sometimes self-care means cleaning the dishes or opening the windows and vacuuming your house or calling an old friend. Sometimes self-care isn't massages and manicures and pedicures and getting your hair done. Sometimes it's writing down all the thoughts inside your mind. We're going for a swim or a bike ride or taking a yoga class. Sometimes self-care, it just shows up like something that we need. But what do you do when those things happen? Are you freaking out? Or do you recognize when it's that time to step back and check in? We have a choice. What choices are you making today? Let's take one more breath here. Push into one hand at a time. Move slow. There's no reason to rush out of this pose. Shift your weight a little bit forward. Bring your feet together first, and then nice and slow. Operative word. Start to bring your knees towards each other. Sit back on the heels. Close the eyes and make the choice to breathe into the body. Make the choice to be here, to be now, to be in this moment. Let's shift our hips to the right and then extend the legs forward to the front of the mat. We're going to bend right knee deeply. Hold on, back up a little bit. We're going to bend right knee deeply, okay? Enough so that you can take your left hand and extend it and grab the outside of your right foot. Okay, so right knee is bent, left hand grabs outside of right foot. You're going to twist to your right as you extend your right arm behind you. And then from here, you're going to slide your right foot out until the body says stop. So maybe you can go all the way straight. Maybe there's still a bend. Find where you can maintain the twist and extend your right arm, where it's not aggravating or hurting you. Both feet are flexed, legs are still active. So even in passive stretches, our body is still active. Take the right arm up to the sky first. Okay. Knee can stay bent. And then start to fold into the right leg. Let the right arm come forward. Reach for your foot. So again, the right knee can be bent so it's more accessible here. And if you want, you can re-straighten that right leg. Same way we came in, we're going to come out. So lift the right arm up towards the sky first. Reach it behind you second. Pull your right foot close, or your right knee closer to you. Release that right foot with the left hand. Twist back to center. Hands to the heart. Breathe. Exhale, straighten the right leg once again. That should have gotten all of this lower back, right side body. Okay. So we'll do the same thing left side, nice and slow to these movements. Take your time getting there. Okay. So left knee bends. And this can be all the way up to the chest, right? Right hand comes to the outside of left knee. Left hand extends behind you as you twist to your left side. So this is a great place to be working the twist, working the core strength by sitting up. Flex both feet as you start to extend the left leg straight. You might notice that it pulls you forward a little bit, and that's okay too. Don't force the body into any place. Go where it feels right. Let's take the left fingertips up towards the sky. And then start to reach the left hand towards left big toe. And remember, the bend in the knee is perfect. It helps to create accessibility inside the posture. You can still get the stretch in the lower back with that knee bent, and that's what we want to go for here. Lift left arm to the sky, left hand behind you. Pull left knee in towards the chest, release the foot. Both hands come to center, we twist back to the middle and slowly extend left leg straight. Take a breath in and breath out. Bend both knees just a little bit. Lean your body forward. Bring the hands down towards the ground. Start to let the chin fall towards the chest and the shoulders to round forward. caterpillar pose. Now you can stay right here with the knees bent, or you can start to straighten the legs. What does your body need? What's it asking from you? Remembering that the steps in this posture are a choice. Everything in our life can have some element of a choice. Rotate your shoulders back, pull your chin up, and start to lengthen the spine, coming up to a seat. Extend both arms forward, plug the navel in towards the spine, and we're going to take 10 seconds to come to our backside. So start to lean back, keep the core engaged for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Relax back. Breath in and exhale, let go. Start to draw both knees in towards your chest. Massage any kinks out of that lower back, side to side. And then find your way to a figure 4. So any leg first is fine. I'm going to start left ankle over right knee and then pull right knee in, interlocking the hands around that knee. Flex both feet. And then you may notice your legs moving to one side. Draw them to center. See what that's like. And release the knee, bring that foot down, and then switch. Other ankle crosses over the knee, both feet become flexed, and that knee pulls in towards the chest as hands interlock around. So almost automatically, the knees want to shift to one side, and you just want to draw both legs back to center. Can you stay with your breathing here? Allowing the breathing to be louder than any thoughts coming in. Begin to release the hands, bring the feet back to the earth. Bring your knees together as you heel toe your feet out hip width, out to the outside edges of your yoga mat. You bring your arms to a capital T and then gently move your knees from side to side like a windshield wiper of the legs. And your feet can move as you do this, right? We don't have glue on our feet, so they're definitely freedom to move. It's funny the things that we think, like, oh, I can't do that. Okay, well, what happens if you move your feet as you do it? Oh, okay, it unlocks, right? And sometimes our brain just doesn't connect those dots. Next time the knees swivel to the right side, let them stay there. And take a few breaths. On your inhale, knees swivel to center and then all the way over to the left side. Bring the knees back to center. Knees to the chest, wrap the arms around the legs. Lift the forehead up towards the knees into a tiny little ball and take a moment and think of something that you are grateful for today. And then release the arms back to the mat, feet to the earth. Let your knees open wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. Placing the left hand over the heart and the right hand over the belly. From here, take one last final inhale through the nose. And an exhale through the mouth out. Shavasana. Letting the body fully relax in this final posture. And should the legs get tired, you can always extend the legs forward into your regular Shavasana. Begin to bring a deeper breath into the body. Wiggle your toes. And start to slowly reach your arms up and above the head as you extend the legs forward. Draw your knees towards your chest and turn the body to one side in the fetal position, utilizing the bicep like a pillow. At your own speed, slowly push into a hand, lift up to a seated position, maintaining the eyes closed or taking a soft gaze. We'll bring both hands to heart center. I'm going to take a moment to say that we can't control the world around us. We can't control distractions or other people or situations, but we do have control over a lot of ourselves. We have control over stopping certain thoughts, which become our words, and our words become our actions, right? We do have the choice to be more mindful in the things that we do and that we say. We have a choice in the way that we take care of ourselves and thereby the way that we take care of each other. So I want to know, what choices are you making today to take steps towards a better tomorrow? Let's bring our hands to the forehead and bow the head down, and it's with my utmost gratitude that I bow to you for allowing me to lead you through this class today. Namaste. Thank you, my dear yogis, for being here. Classes are at all normal times this week. And again, we will change those times next week to 7 a.m. 7:30 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time. And Saturdays will still be at 7 a.m. Hawaii time. So check our schedule to update in your time zone. Those will be live updates. Otherwise, the classes will be available right after the class. If you do have a request for that day, make sure to send us an email the night before. All contact info is listed on our website. Thank you. I love you all. Have a beautiful day.